Mapping a maritime, just transition for seafarers. Over 90% of world trade is carried by sea. While supplying the world with food, fuel, medicines and goods, the global shipping industry accounts for 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. For shipping to reach net zero CO2 emissions by 2050, it must shift away from fossil fuels and transition towards low and zero carbon fuels, technologies, and ships. This fourth propulsion revolution will require over $1 trillion in investments. While we can build a zero carbon fueled ship in 3 years, it takes over 10 years to train a seafarer to achieve the competency to operate it. The world's nearly 2 million seafarers will need additional skills and training to handle these new fuels and mitigate any health and safety risks for seafarers, ships, communities, and the environment. The Maritime, Just Transition Task Force was formed to ensure that shipping's response to the climate emergency puts seafarers and communities at the heart of the solution. According to the ILO, a just transition means greening the economy in a way that is as fair and inclusive as possible, creating decent work opportunities, and leaving no one behind. The task force secretariat commissioned a report from DNV to provide insights into seafarer training and skills needed to support a decarbonised shipping industry. The report showed that a lack of clarity about viability and uptake of alternative fuel options is making it difficult to plan effectively for the transition of the maritime workforce and to attract investment towards skills compatible with the industry's decarbonised future. The report models 3 emission reduction scenarios and estimates the number of seafarers requiring additional training to handle alternative fuels up to 2050. Under all 3 scenarios, there is an immediate need to start putting the training infrastructure in place. In response, the Maritime, Just Transition Task Force is launching a forward-looking 10-point action plan, setting out recommendations to unlock the skills needed to support decarbonization goals. This includes strengthening global training standards and ensuring a health and safety-first approach. To find out more, visit the ICS, ITF and UN Global Compact websites to read the full DNV report and the task force position paper.